I don't know why there are so many California haters out there. Maybe because they're just jealous. It's just such a cool place to live. That whole idea that you can go surfing in the morning and then skiing in the afternoon couldn't be more true in Southern California. If you live in Los Angeles and you want to hit up those early morning waves in Santa Monica and then get on the road, drive 2.5 hours and get up to Big Bear, you can do that. You can do that in Southern California. You could be on the slopes by the afternoon. It's a beautiful drive through the mountains. Elevation is about 7,000 feet and very pretty. A nice way to decompress from city life into the mountains. But be kind on this road. It's a busy one and it's a winding one. We have some moronic truck drivers who are trying to overtake each other, which is so dumb.
Kind of like being this close to Big Bear. It's a nice little jaunt.
Are we at the cabin yet?
As you can see, I'm 2 hours from Los Angeles, and here I am surrounded by completely different climate with completely different flora and fauna. The air is clear and crisp. We're at almost about 7,000 feet in elevation here. So you are gonna have, you know, a very different feeling up here. The air is a little more dry than at sea level. You're out in nature, you're out in the green. It's something that I think in this day and age we really need to do more of. Do more outside, do more nature. And Big Bear offers that to people. It's one of those places that you can really get away and feel like you're in a completely different part of the world, which is why I think a lot of people in Los Angeles like to come up to Big Bear. They like to invest in this market, get that second home, get that family home away from the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles. Big Bear kind of takes you out of that element, makes you feel connected not only to your family again, but to yourself. Just feels really nice to be here. Big Bear Lake is in San Bernardino County, so your fire, your school systems, all your infrastructure is going to be San Bernardino County, which is great. You're a part of a much bigger county with a lot of amenities and resources, commercial, etc. Big Bear Lake is a 4-season resort area. Whatever season you're in, there's always going to be something to do here. A lot of people love to come up here for those winter sports, but don't forget, it has fishing in the summer. The fall, you get to cuddle up and be warm with your scarves, but still have those warm days. The leaves are actually turning in this part of the world, so you do get these evergreen trees, but there are some gorgeous, gorgeous fall colors coming through as well along the lake. Beautiful time actually to be in Big Bear without the snow on the ground. You can kind of get around town a little bit easier. It's also a little bit quieter right now. I think in the winter you're going to see more crowds, harder to get into restaurants. You know, people are going to come up, whether they're skiing, snowboarding, playing in the snow, sledding. There's just a lot to do in those winter months. But the fall is quite beautiful, as you can see. Oktoberfest here in Big Bear. Who knew what a great time Oktoberfest could be? They really know how to do it, and they pride themselves because they have the highest elevation beer garden in the state of California. Very proud of that fact, and they certainly use that beer garden. Yesterday we were able to go and check out Oktoberfest, and they sure know how to party. So yeah, lots to do here. Big Bear Lake is 7 miles in length, and at the widest part it's about a mile. You can easily see across. It's a great drive around the lake. In the summer months, they have excellent fishing here. There's carp and trout, catfish, and it's one of the most popular activities in the summertime, but make sure that you have a license. If you're over 15 years old, you absolutely need a fish and game license to fish in Big Bear Lake. Walking down these beautiful trails along the lake, there's a lot of activity here, lots of people out walking, seeing people picnicking. We're about to skip some rocks into the lake, so that should be fun. Oh, I see people fishing too. Big Bear has 2 ski resorts in the area, Snow Summit and Bear Mountain. Snow Summit is more family friendly and skier friendly. Bear Mountain is more for snowboarders. So if you like to do tricks, there's parks. It's a little bit more snowboard friendly, so keep those in mind. It's a great starter ski resort, great starter place to learn how to ski with your family. That's why I think a lot of people in Los Angeles like it, especially young families. They want to get their kids on the mountain. It's not going to be a big mountain like Lake Tahoe or like Mammoth. It's going to be a little bit more modest, a little bit smaller. Downtown Big Bear Village, it really has a little bit something for everybody. There's shopping, there's places to get a coffee, there's places to get a cocktail, a bite to eat, there's fast food. I mean, you name it, dive bar, they have it. It's a really sweet little downtown area. And I personally am liking this summer fall vibe. It's really quiet right now. It's not hard to get into restaurants. We just had an ice cream, it's 80 degrees. It's quite nice. Big Bear, stay classy, Big Bear. There is a great second home market up here. So lots of inventory, which means for you buyers out there, if you want to get a home, second home for your family to come and enjoy, rent it out, this is a good market for that. Because there's so many homes on the market, have your agent negotiate. I think these price points are reasonable in some cases, but sometimes they're a little high if it's been sitting on the market. Make sure that you understand that there is some wiggle room, and that's with a capital W. That includes Big Bear City, Sugarloaf, Moonridge, Fawnskin, and Big Bear Lake. Those are all kind of the main areas of this Big Bear Lake area. Fawnskin, a lot of my clients start looking at the market and they go, yeah, we want to live in Fawnskin. The prices are great, which are true. You can get a cabin for a more reasonable price in Fawnskin. Yes, you are surrounded by national forest and it's awesome, but you do not actually own your land. You're leasing the land. Yes, you are going to lease that land for probably 100 years. There are lease contracts with these homes for a very long time. But if you want to actually own the land, Fawnskin might not be the place for you. It's a really nice place to live. It's a quieter side of Big Bear. Sugarloaf is another little pocket. It's on the east side of Big Bear Lake. There is some commercial in there. Little liquor store and a little restaurant bar, but there isn't a lot on that side, but it's a beautiful place. Smaller lots, little cabins, and you are kind of away from the traffic and the hustle of Big Bear Lake and Big Bear City. I really love this Moonridge area. It's away from the Big Bear City and Big Bear Lake area, that downtown area, but it does have its own cute little town. There's a coffee shop, there's a zoo, and there's all kinds of beautiful little downtown buildings with little commercial shopping spaces. The streets are wide, views of the mountain range towards San Bernardino Mountain. And I'm at a listing here on Peregrine. It's a three bedroom, 2 bath. As you can see, it's a great, cute little cabin on a 5,000 square foot lot. This one's going for $499. You know what's cool about this listing? It has an apple tree. Isn't that cool? I found this one on the ground. Granny Smith. Really good. Big Bear City is the unincorporated side of Big Bear Lake. It has the airport on this side, and there is a convention center on this side. I love this little house. They have a nice little lawn here, which is quite nice. A lot of people have second homes here in Big Bear. They buy up here to invest in this market, use it for themselves, but then they also can rent it out. There's a ton of Airbnbs in this area, and believe me, there is a demand for Airbnbs. Not everybody can invest in a second home. This one here is on the market behind me. It's an 8 bedroom. I think it's a 6.5 bath, and it's priced at $990, but it's been on the market for 260 days, so we're coming up on a year. That is a long time to be on the market. This cabin here we're staying in, it's an Airbnb. It actually was on the market last year. Previous sellers priced it at $580 and it closed at $545. So as you can see, with a lot of inventory on the market, you can negotiate that price point. These are kind of on a slope. Down here at the bottom is the airport, so you can hear the airport. You can hear planes coming in, and today and yesterday a lot more helicopters because there's a fire on the other side of Big Bear Lake, so they're using the airport as a place to get water and get resources and be able to fight those fires. Something to be aware of if you do live in Big Bear. Very nice respite from Los Angeles and the hustle and bustle of living in a Southern California city. Do love Big Bear Lake. This is Boulder Bay. Boulder Bay, you can tell because of the boulders in the middle of the bay there. This is a great little section as well, another neighborhood in the Big Bear Lakes area. Really nice little park here, places to walk, people are out on the water. Feels good out here. You know me, I like to do a little bit of history, a little bit of facts around anywhere that I visit. There used to be grizzlies here. There used to be a lot of grizzlies here. But during the gold rush, when that happened and everybody was moving west for the opportunity to find gold and strike it rich, the grizzly bear population decreased significantly, unfortunately. And there were no grizzlies in Big Bear Lake starting around 1908. That's the last time they really saw grizzlies kind of inhabiting this area. California Fish and Game decided that they wanted to reintroduce bears into this area. So in 1933, they transferred 27 bears to this region. Eventually they sort of took hold, and there is a small population of black bears living in this region now. I haven't noticed any, but they are here, they are around, beware. So don't leave garbage out or do anything that's irresponsible as a human. That's a lot to ask, right? You probably will not see a bear when you're here, but we'll hold on to that name anyway. As you can see behind me, you can see the airstrip for the Big Bear Airport. This is a great little airport, little municipal airport. Right now I'm hearing a lot more helicopters taking off. There are these giant helicopters that are firefighting helicopters. They're pulling water out and taking them to these areas that potentially could have high fire danger right now. So I'm hearing a lot of that action out of this airport, but there are small aircraft that do come in and out of this airport. If you are able to take a small plane into this area, it is a very nice way to travel, obviously. Always nice to have an airport as a asset in your community. This is on the east side of the lake, and the airstrip runs east and west for all you aviation nerds out there like me. Beautiful, beautiful place to land over that lake, especially at dusk. If you have that opportunity, don't say no.